everybody. I hope you have had a good day. Today, I watched the pretrial session regarding Alex Murdaugh, and I'm going to give you a recap of what happened today in court. It was, for those against Alex Murdaugh, it's a huge victory. For those who believe he was framed, this was not good at all. Okay, so basically, Alex Murdaugh's chances of being granted a new trial took a dramatic nosedive today. I could see his attorneys trying to get control of the airplane, but pretty soon it was in a spiral. I'm not happy about that, mainly for constitutional reasons. Because I could see things that should be relevant to what's happened regarding Becky Hill. I just watched them get thrown off the table today by the judge. So, before I get into my thoughts and my recap, I want to share just a couple of things. Different outlets do different versions and different recaps and stories of what happens in court. But the two very best ones that I found that I'm going to share, this one is from the Associated Press, and I'm going to put this link down below in the description. They're calling it an uphill battle. I call it a nosedive. Same difference. So they went through what happened today as well, so you can read all of that. I don't need to read it to you. I'll put the link down below. And then I also saw this. I don't know if I've just never seen this before, but this is super comprehensive work done on the case. There is a ton of information. If you have a question about the trial of Alex Murdaugh, it is all right here. I mean, this goes on and on and on. Tons of details about the entire case, related cases as well, all of the cases surrounding, the Murdaugh family. It's a lot. This is really, really good. So I'm going to put this link down in the description as well. So now I'm going to get to my recap and what I think about what happened today. Former Chief Justice Jean Toll is presiding after beloved Judge Newman recused himself from these particular proceedings. So, appeals are currently underway on Alex Murdaugh's conviction from March 2nd of taking the lives of his wife and son, Maggie and Paul. Now, today, I'm only going to go over the points that stood out to me. I have about 6 pages of notes, but I'm just going to bring up the most important things that I heard the parties say. So one of the things that stuck out to me was Mr. Waters stated that there's insufficient evidence of prejudice on the part of Becky Hill. So this hearing is all about proving that Becky Hill said things to the jury that influenced them, coerced them into voting guilty. And that in doing so, she had a motive of making money off of her book. So the judge said today that there's going to be no talk about anything that happened after the trial. That's going to be really, really important because that effectively cuts the defense down at the knees as far as what they can bring up. So the judge wants more detailed and extensive affidavits from the witnesses that the defense plans to call. The defense has been receiving discovery from the state within the last 2 weeks that they need to go over. The next hearing is scheduled for January 29th. That's only 13 calendar days away. Now, Putin argued that they need to be able to review this information with Alex Murdaugh, since he's not allowed to have or keep the jury's information without counsel present, and that there's not going to be enough time given the additional affidavit work that the judge has asked for today. But the judge basically said you can figure out how to get it all done, and denied their motion for continuance or more time. So the judge also said that only jurors who actually deliberated and voted would be allowed. So, no egg lady jury. Remember, you all know who that was. And it also cut off one of the alternate juries. So, no egg lady, no alternate. They only have 3 affidavits right now. So, that just literally cut off 2 out of 3. That doesn't make any sense to me, because if the alternate juror, or the egg juror actually, hadn't been lied about, which the defense did prove that the information the judge was given about her ex-husband supposedly posting on Facebook that she'd made up her mind and all that, none of it would have happened in the first place. So there are 3 affidavits currently, and they're all consistent. They all say that Becky Hill, court clerk, prior to deliberations and before the defense put on their case, Ms. Hill had instructed the jury to, quote, not be fooled by the defense. But 2 of 3 of those are now out. 2 out of 3 are out. Justice Toll also said she will not allow Judge Newman to be subpoenaed, or any of the other attorneys in the matter, nor will the jury's attorneys be allowed to participate in any of the proceedings. Jurors will testify in open court, viewable by the audience present, but there will not be any broadcasts or photos or videos of their face. So we'll hear them, but we won't see them. Another big thing that I noticed is that the judge has said they cannot offer any proffers to anything that they don't get into evidence during the trial, during the hearing. That's definitely going to be an appellate issue. A proffer means it's a way to offer evidence on a subject that the court has said you're not going to be allowed to ask as part of the main trial, but you still want to preserve the record in the event of an appeal. The judge saying no to that, I don't know. I don't know about that at all. That's going to be a problem. I'm going to ask a couple of attorney friends that I have on that. We did see a lot of this at the defense law firm that I worked at. They always did proffers on any kind of case like this. So that's going to be a problem, I believe, that will be brought up in appeal. Also, Judge or Justice Toll stated, quote, this is not Becky Hill's trial, unquote. With all due respect, Your Honor, but the hell it's not. This is directly because of Becky Hill's actions, which were prejudiced in my opinion, and they did affect the jury, including alternates. Which brings to mind, the other reason that the defense, Murdaugh's attorneys, do want to bring in those other 2, because they prove that this was kind of a pattern leading up to she was kind of self-dealing, getting herself where she wanted the end result or the end verdict to be, which would directly financially benefit herself. So I'm wondering if they can somehow get that back in later, the other 2 witnesses from the jury, the alternates, and egg juror lady. They should be able to bring those back in if they know what they're doing. I'm really concerned about that, because I see no chance of getting a new trial if they only rely on the 1 affidavit. Yet Judge Toll then stated that everything after the verdict is irrelevant. So Becky Hill's book, the wiretaping, her statements and plagiarism, this ruling, again, effectively cuts the defense lawyers off at the knees when it comes to proving why Becky said those things to the jury. her motive for influencing the jury. So lastly, I don't know why the judge in this case has taken it upon herself. She announced that she will do all of the questioning of all the witnesses at this hearing. Have you ever heard of that before? The judge asking questions instead of the attorneys? It's kind of the whole point of having a hearing. You get both sides ask their questions. The judge is the finder of fact and the ruler on the law, but she gets to be kind of all in one. I don't understand that. I haven't seen it before. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I never seen that myself. So if somebody else can answer that for me. Have you ever heard of a judge handling all questions of all witnesses in a trial or hearing of some kind? I don't know. If you guys have heard of this happening before, please let me know, and let me know what you think of what happened today, and if you think there's a snowball's chance in hell of Alex Murdaugh getting a new trial at this point. And then lastly, if you go over to this link, courttv.com, I'm going to put this link in the description as well. If you want a little more information about just the facts in the case, not like a 3 or 4 hour long live, that kind of thing, go to this link because they did a really good job with this video right here and another recap of the case and what happened today and looking forward. It's really good. I really recommend it. All right. So that is it for me this evening. Have a wonderful day. I hope everybody is staying warm. It is below 0 in Oklahoma, and I am over it. I'm ready for spring already. Forget it. I don't want winter. I will see you guys next time. Have a great night or a great day, depending on when you see this video. Thank you very much for watching.